Hello students, here is the question. This is a bit lengthy question, so we will look at the diagram provided to us and we will look at the question one by one. So ABCD is a square of side unit length. So this is the ABCD square. The side lengths are given to us in the form of coordinates. C1 is the circle, the outer circle that is provided in the diagram is having the center at A and the unit radius. That means it will join B and D as given in the diagram provided by us. So another circle C2 is touching C1, AD and AB as the tangents and a common point over here. So we made that C2 and then we put a tangent line from C to E because the tangent line from C to C2 will have a point E on AB as it is given, and the length of EB is alpha plus root 3 and we need alpha plus beta. So here we can see that EB is a part of AB and EB can be found out by AE plus EB, which is equal to 1, correct, as the length of AE plus EB is the length of AB. So this is the simple rule that we can apply over here. We only need to find AE over here, so we can compare the values of EB in this case. Now how we will find it is, we are going to use the radius of the smaller circle. Now you can see here R. Now R, if I have the radius of the smaller circle, and this becomes a square because the circle is tangent to AD, is having a tangent at AD and AB. So this points, the one that I marked, this and M, are having a 90-degree angle over there, and that means the diagonal AC2 is going to be root 2R, correct? And root 2R plus the root 2R is the diagonal over here, plus the radius of the smaller circle again gives us the radius of the bigger circle from this point to A. As you can see, I am adding this point to this point, the distance is R. This point to this point, the distance is R. This point to this point, distance is 2 root 2R. I added it and equated it to 1. I get R from this, correct? And then I find CC2. Now CC2, as you can look over here, is this side, C and C2. So this side can be found out by writing the diagonal of the square root 2, as it is a unit length, root 2 CC2 is root 2 minus what we have over here, root 2 R, because as you can see CC2 is CA minus AC2, and AC2 we can find out from here. Now AC2 is root 2R, which gives us the value of R as root 2 minus 1. So if we put it over here, root 2 minus root 2 into root 2 minus 1. So we have root 2 minus 2 plus root 2. So we have 2 root 2 minus 2. So this is the value of CC2. And if we get the value of CC2, we can find the value of alpha or pi in this case. So that's what we are going to use over here. We get the value of R, we get the value of CC2, and from the triangle CC2N, we get the value of sine alpha as this, and sine alpha, if we look, so root 2 minus 1 and root 2 minus 1 gets cancelled. So the value that we get is 1 by 2 for sine alpha, sine phi, and phi comes out to be 30 degrees. Then we use the sine law on the triangle ACE that we had. ACE, I'll draw it. I'm drawing a simple diagram over. A was the center, C was over here, and E was over here. This was phi, and yes, that is the thing. Now we use the sine rule over here. Sine rule says the side upon the sine of the opposite angle to the side is equal to another side with the sine of the opposite angle to the side. So here AE is over here, having an opposite angle to it is a phi. So we write sine of phi is equals to AC, and the angle over here we need to find. Now the angle over here can be found out by using that this over here is 45 degrees, correct? Now 45 degrees is because this is actually a square, and because of this the angle over here is equal to the angle over here, which is 45 degrees, and this is 30. So the total comes out to be 75 degrees. And if I want this angle, I can write it as pi minus 80, which is 180 minus 75, because we have a triangle over there and the triangle helps us to get that value to be 105 degrees. And sine of 105 degrees, when we substitute, we get the value of AE. We get the value of AE as root 3 minus 1, and we know AE plus EB is equal to 1. So EB is 1 minus AE, which is root 3 minus 1. So we get the value of alpha and beta as 2 and minus 1. And when we put them in alpha plus beta, we get the value to be equal to 1. Thank you.